Yes, that was truly an experience. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. Okay. I'm assuming you saw my post today? And yes, I saw Transformers 1. That's another thing you gotta know about me. I'm a Transformers fan, and I'm very proud of it. It's a Transformers movie done right, in my opinion. And yes, I'll go ahead and talk about the things I loved about it. And the conclusion. Yeah, okay, so, in retrospect, we get the Transformers movies directed by Michael Bay. Pretty good at first, like the first 3, I guess. Yeah. The first one gets off with a grand gross of $700 million. Revenge of the Fallen, despite most of the flaws it had, I think got like 800 million, 900 million, something like that. And then we get Transformers Dark of the Moon and Age of Extinction, which got $1 billion. However, The Last Knight suffered at a loss of $600 million. We get the Bumblebee movie, probably one of the best Transformers movies of the franchise. Probably the one that, I'll be honest, in hindsight, I didn't really expect it to be good. But long story short, Transformers 1. Yeah, Transformers 1 is my favorite by far. Bumblebee, Rise of the Beasts, and Transformers 1, they're my favorites. I get why a lot of the hate towards Transformers Rise of the Beasts is, there. I mean, most of it's probably justified. Then again, Paramount was tied up with other movies during the filming of this one. They were tied up with Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and the Knuckles the Echidna series. Which, don't ask me to review the Knuckles the Echidna series. I agree, it was a disaster. Like, why use puppets instead of the actual thing? But Transformers Rise of the Beasts is probably the best of the live-action movies for me. I get why Optimus was flanderized. I guess the writers were just unfamiliar with the material, first of all. And, I think it was, sort of neat, but, At least Optimus feels like a main character and not just a special effect like in the Bayformers. Which, that's my big issue. With the Michael Bay movies, the Transformers aren't even the main characters. They just exist to fill time, I think. They just exist to make toys and cars. They exist to sell toys, sell cars, promote these actors, and they did. And that's my biggest issue. Michael Bay is probably the worst director for Transformers. I think that, okay, if you're watching a Transformers movie, you gotta expect backstory, jaw-dropping action, Transformers transforming, awesome fights. You gotta expect Optimus Prime and Megatron, their journey on how they became enemies, and Transformers 1 is all that. And the best part, there are no humans in this one. In your face, Michael Bay. I'm sorry, but yeah. Michael Bay just, okay, when he started, he just didn't know when to stop. That's the number one problem. But with this one, it feels complete. Like you can watch it, and it feels like it's enough. That's the thing. Transformers 1 is truly the one, so to speak. Yeah. Unlike Michael Bay, they don't need adult humor and innuendo to make it a good movie. All they need are the robots. And not just that, but also the 86 movie is flawed because it's not even about Optimus Prime. I'm sure he was lucky enough to get like 2, maybe 3 minutes on screen, and that's why I hate this movie. You know what I would have done for the first Transformers movie? Well, yeah, it's been done. Transformers 1. It's not perfect. My favorite part about it was Brian Tyree Henry as Megatron. The fact they brought back Brian Tyler to score a Transformers film, like he did in Transformers Prime. yeah, Transformers Prime is my favorite Transformers show. And, there's Armada, there's some others. I'll probably talk about that in the future. I know I mostly talk about Thomas the Tank Engine on my channel, but I want to kind of, branch off now and then and talk about other stuff too. Sometimes I talk about, Star Wars, cars maybe, but mostly Transformers. Yeah, Transformers. And, okay, here are the things I love the most about the movie. Extremely talented voice actors, the score, the CGI, all the action sequences, and also the backstory. Megatron and Optimus got the best backstories. So did B-127, or should I use one of his nicknames? I don't know, should I? You know what, I'm not going to. Just for the sake of, the audience, I'm not going to. And they kind of kept Transformers in a constricted state. But my one problem with the movie overall is, well, you're all probably gonna disagree with me here, or agree with me, I don't know, maybe you are. Probably the inconsistency with Optimus Prime's origin. He was meant to start off as a file clerk in the Iacon Hall of Records, not as an Energon miner. I watched the trailers and genuinely felt confused. But, yes. Transformers 1. Transformers 1. First off, it's, the Transformers don't feel like they just exist to fill time or make toys or sell cars. They're just there because they're the Transformers, the main characters of this movie. They are what you came there to see. And that's the whole reason that I love the movie. Unlike the other movies, the humans aren't the main characters, it's the Transformers. And that's all for this week. Peace!